You're watching CBS 12 News This Morning, the one to turn to.
Good morning. Your time right now is 6:30. This is CBS 12 News This Morning, and I'm Terry Hornstein.
Good morning. I'm Kristen Chapman. Thank you so much for waking up with us. We have everything you need to know on this Memorial Day, including your forecast. So let's start with meteorologist Chris Farrell.
All right. Thank you, Kristen. What a beautiful day we have outside. Take a look at that. Sunrise time was 6:28. It's 6:30. The sun's been up for 2 minutes, and you can see it rising on the horizon. That's a live look. Juno Beach. We're looking at the pier. Everybody's looking at a beautiful sunrise on this Memorial Day 2019. Another live look. Boca Raton. We're looking east. There are just a few clouds around, but don't see any rain, and we don't see anything but mainly sunny skies coming our way. Perfect day for Memorial Day. Are you heading out for any of the ceremonies today? Take the umbrella, but you only need it to keep the sun off of you, because we got plenty of sunshine with nice dry air moving in and lighter winds too. Sunny skies, light winds, and that adds up to heat. Now, most of us will get close to 87 from Sebastian, Vero, all the way south to Lake Worth, Boynton, and Boca. Near the coast, 87. But just inland, west of 95, around Wellington, Royal Palm, and Lake, you get close to 90 degrees. It's dry. Storm track radar has no rain, and we see no rain today. We do see plenty of sunshine coming our way for not just today, but several days ahead. There's always a weather maker coming, and we've got one later this week. We'll see what that brings in just a couple of short minutes.
Sounds great. Thanks, Chris. Well, the U.S. Coast Guard is expecting another busy day on the waters, and so far it's been a safe weekend.
CBS 12's James Torres is live in Juno Beach with the 3 things the Coast Guard says they're watching out for today. Good morning, James.
Good morning, Terry and Kristen. Yeah, with the weather we feel outside right now and the view we have out here, there are very few reasons not to be outside. And the Coast Guard says it's really easy to stay safe while you're out here, but there are common mistakes almost everyone makes when they're out on a boat. The number one violation they're looking out for is alcohol abuse. And according to the Coast Guard, more than 100 people died in 2017 because of an accident involving alcohol. Now, they're also keeping an eye out for those speedy boats, but the violation they see most often, overloading. Clark Woods with the local Coast Guard Auxiliary says every boat has its maximum capacity, and if it's not respected, the Coast Guard will send you back to shore.
You could overload a boat and still have the correct amount of people by placing them in the wrong location. You place, let's say you could have 12 people on your boat, and you place 8 people in the front, that's overloading and it's making your boat list.
And overloading a boat is pretty much the only reason that the Coast Guard will send you back to shore, but other local law enforcement can ticket you for pretty much any other violation. Now, we have a lot more safety tips and what you need to know when you're out on the boat. That will be attached to this story on our website, cbs12.com. Right now, we're live in Juno Beach. I'm James Torres, CBS 12 News.
All right, James, thank you. Some good information there if you're heading out on the water today. Right now, honoring our fallen heroes this Memorial Day. Today, we remember all of the men and women who have made the ultimate sacrifice for us and for our country.
CBS 12's Madeline Montgomery spent time with the family who knows firsthand exactly what this holiday means.
Every year, this family makes a special journey to spend a special day at a special place.
We're honoring my fallen brother. He passed away 2015. Persian Gulf veteran.
Jose Ramirez was a U.S. Marine. His brother Albert says it's touching to see it's not only his family that remembers Jose's sacrifice.
For somebody that actually has a family member here, you know, it's amazing.
Karen Nolf is one of those strangers, and she has a reason for planting flags here. Her father is buried at the South Florida National Cemetery.
My dad's grave did not have a flag, and when my mother saw that, she fell apart. And the wound was still fresh from losing him, and it just crushed me. I said, I never want, if I could do anything, to be a part, to not have that happen again, to somebody else walk up on their family's grave.
Rabbi King also volunteers his holiday weekend to honoring vets this country has lost.
Pretty much come out here and honor our friends.
So people like Jose Ramirez's family know his death will not be forgotten. In Lake Worth, Madeline Montgomery, CBS 12 News.
A Memorial Day ceremony will be held this morning at the South Florida National Cemetery beginning at 10 o'clock.
Some other events happening on this Memorial Day in our area. In Wellington, a Memorial Day parade and ceremony gets kicked off at 8:15 a.m. In Palm Beach Gardens, a Memorial Day ceremony there takes place at the Veterans Plaza Amphitheater on North Military Trail at 9 a.m.
And let's take a look at the Treasure Coast in Vero Beach on Monday. That's today. A Memorial Day ceremony will happen at the Veterans Memorial Island Sanctuary starting at 9 a.m. Then in Stuart, another ceremony at Memorial Park begins at 10 a.m. We've posted all this information on these events and more on our website, cbs12.com. New this morning, a community is mourning the loss of 2 recent high school graduates killed in Peru. Now, according to Southeast High School in Bradenton, Albert Ailes and Zachary Morris died Friday in what's being called a tragic accident while exploring. A Peruvian newspaper reported the two were hit by a bus while riding on a motorcycle. Both were just 18 years old.
Tragedy in one South Florida community after 3 teenagers and teammates died on their way to a youth soccer tournament over the weekend. Police say the teens were walking to a bus stop early Saturday morning in North Miami when they were killed by a car that jumped the curb. They were part of the Little Haiti Football Club, a nonprofit that identifies low-income kids with athletic talent. Police say a driver was taken to the hospital. No word on that driver's condition right now. The cause of the crash is under investigation.
Developing now, the desperate search for a little girl, the family member now considered a suspect in the case.
Then a hiker's incredible story of survival after being lost for weeks, what she did to stay alive.
Had beautiful weather on this Monday, Memorial Day 2019. Got nice dry air in place, perfect sunny skies. What about our next weather maker? We'll be tracking that in just a minute.
Take a look at your screen. You're taking a live look right now in the Jupiter Inlet. It is absolutely gorgeous as the sun comes up. The time right now, 6:39. Let's send it over to meteorologist Chris Farrell for a check of your forecast.
Perfect, Terry, outside right now. Say hi to the Coley family. Yesterday I was at one of the little shopping centers and I ran into Chuck and his family, Antonella and Alexa right there. I said, hey, weatherman. I said, hey. So we took a picture and they said, girls, we want me to put you on TV tomorrow morning? I said, yes, yes, daddy, daddy. So we took a little picture right there. And Antonella, Alexa, and Chuck, shout out to you and all of our CBS 12 viewers and to all our veterans and those who served and those who lost loved ones. This is a day we remember all who gave all on this Memorial Day 2019. Live look out the Fort Pierce Inlet right there. Boater going out right there. Boy, what a great day to be out on the water, except for surfers. If you're a paddleboarder, you've got good waves because you got no waves to paddleboard in, but surfers, there just isn't much to ride out there. We've got nice flat seas. Boca Raton looking live off towards the east. There's the sun coming up, a little cloud right there blocking it, but we'll only see a few of those little clouds. Great day anywhere and everywhere today. Remember, at the beach, use good sunscreen, and even though you're under the umbrella and you don't feel like you're getting any sun, the sun bounces off the sand and the sand reflects the rays of the sun. So even though you're under the umbrella, you can still get a lot of sun, so make sure you use good sunscreen, stay near the lifeguard. You're playing golf today, you're lucky. Get out there, enjoy it. Sunscreen for you too. We'll probably hit about 87 degrees. And one last stop, the backyard, because not everybody goes somewhere. Some of us just head out to the backyard. Sunscreen there too, and you'll probably get to 90. You know, over at the Costa Beach, we get that nice breeze blowing in. It keeps things a little cooler, but in your backyard, it's probably closer to 90. So if you've got a pool, hop in. If you don't, well, that old hose certainly will run through the sprinkler. All right, back with an update. We'll look at our next weather maker in just a couple minutes.
New this morning, the ROTC cadet who died last month while tackling a gunman at his university was just awarded 2 medals after his death.
So heroic. Riley Howell received a Purple Heart and a Bronze Star for sacrificing his own life at the University of North Carolina at Charlotte.
In April, Howell charged a gunman who entered his classroom, tackling the suspect to the ground. Howell and another 19-year-old student, Reed Parlier, died in the shooting.
Meantime, Google is honoring the lives of fallen service members on this Memorial Day. You can see the site posted a folded American flag on its homepage. So at 3 p.m. today, during the National Moment of Remembrance, the homepage will allow you to play taps. That's played at dusk during flag ceremonies and military funerals.
Thank you for all those served, and thank you to the families who have also served.
Absolutely.
Finding the will to live.
It did come down to life and death, and I had to choose. And I chose life.
A hiker missing for weeks found alive. The shocking rescue and the new developments this morning.
Then a tragic day on the water off Hawaii. A tourist killed in a horrific shark attack. What we're now learning about the incident.
Radio, proud partner of the CBS 12 News Network.
Good Monday morning, and thank you so much for waking up with us here on CBS 12 News this morning. It is 6:45, and you are taking a live look at the South Florida National Cemetery that's right here in Lake Worth. You can see all of those flags on those gravestones. Today at 10 o'clock, a special tribute will be paid to all of those fallen soldiers. And developing right now, police searching for a missing 5-year-old girl in Utah. Well, they now have their primary suspect in custody. Elizabeth Shelley was reported missing from her home Saturday morning. She was last seen with her 21-year-old uncle, Alex Whipple. He was arrested for avoiding probation and police say he's not cooperating with them.
This morning, military widows say they're trapped in a system that leaves them unable to receive full survivor benefits from the government. This is known as the widow's tax. On this Memorial Day, it's been thrust back into the spotlight as senators on Capitol Hill work to rally support to change the law. One war widow says it's time for the government to keep their promise.
I think part of the reason why my husband served was he knew that if something were to happen, we'd be taken care of. But I do think that the government looks at this as a bill. It's a cost to give us the benefits that we've earned, and they're saying to us that they're not concerned with that cost.
You can hear more of that interview coming up at CBS 12 News This Morning on CBS 12 News This Morning. That gets started right after the show at 7 a.m.
And it was a deadly day on the beach in Maui when a shark attacked a tourist. Dozens of beachgoers saw the entire thing.
Saw some blood on his stomach, and then I got looking a little bit more, and his wrist, it looked like the skin on his wrist was just torn off. And then I got looking closer, and his entire left leg from his knee down was just missing.
Medical examiners identified the victim as a 65-year-old man from California. They say he was swimming in water about 25 feet deep, just 60 yards offshore. The last deadly shark attack in Maui was in 2015. Shark experts say Hawaii comes in a distant second for shark bites in the U.S., just after Florida. And this is a story everyone's talking about. A woman in Hawaii who was missing for 17 days after she was just going for what was supposed to be a short hike is waking up in her own bed this morning.
This really is unbelievable. Doctors released Amanda Eller from the hospital yesterday. Jonathan Vigliotti has her remarkable story.
After 17 days and 16 nights, a fork in the sky led to a miracle.
All of a sudden they said, should we go to the right or should we go to the left? We said, let's go to the right. And it was like divine intervention.
Riding in a rescue chopper, Troy Helmer and Chris Bergquist discovered Amanda Eller clinging to life on a waterfall in the Hawaiian rainforest.
As soon as we saw her, it was like, oh my God, we got her.
Amanda had lost 20 pounds, suffered a fractured leg, abrasions on her ankles, and a severe sunburn. But she still had her smile.
The cavalry arrived. What were her first words? To be entirely honest with you, I don't remember because it was so incredibly overwhelming. We were all crying and screaming and laughing.
Then, for the first time in more than 2 weeks, she called her dad.
It was just nothing but pure emotion.
Amanda went missing after going for a jog on May 8th, last seen here on surveillance, mailing a Mother's Day card. On Friday, she was plucked from isolation and airlifted to safety.
It did come down to life and death, and I had to choose. And I chose life.
Speaking from her hospital bed, she thanked the more than 200 volunteers that scoured the 2,000-acre reserve night and day.
I have the most gratitude and respect and appreciation. I can't even put it into words for the people that have helped me, for the people that have prayed for me.
Most of those volunteers, like Chris and Troy, had never met Amanda before, but now they say they feel bonded for life.
I just sat down next to her and was like,
she definitely said my prayers were answered, that's for sure.
Jonathan Vigliotti, CBS News, Maui.
So amazing she was found alive. And to survive, Amanda stayed hydrated with river water and ate fresh fruit from the trees.
I'm still in shock, honestly. To stay warm at night, she covered herself with fern leaves and mud. Now let's check in with CBS 12 meteorologist Chris Farrell.
All right, beautiful morning as we step out for our Monday, Memorial Day 2019. A lot of people will be attending ceremonies, observances, wherever you'll be. You have great sunny skies to follow you around day. I got nice water out there. Take a look. The winds and seas have calmed way down. A live look at Lake Worth Beach right here. This is the north side of the pier right here. And a couple people out there already getting ready for their nice Memorial Day day at the beach. Now, use a good sunscreen at the beach. We got plenty of sun coming our way, even in the local area lakes. That's Cloud Lake right there, light lake waters, and a beautiful sunny sky coming our way. Use a good sunscreen, and look at that. Boy, say sun, see sun. How about that, Boca Raton? Lake Boca right there. There's the Atlantic, and a perfect day outside. But we always do the Impact Weather Index to help you stay ahead of the weather, what might affect you today, and really not too much of anything except for the sun. At the beach, you want to stay in your lifeguard. Well, it's always a risk of a rip current. You know, the water's always moving at the beach along the ocean there, and have little runouts and little dips, and you want to be near the lifeguard if you get in trouble there. But it is a great day wherever you head. This is nice dry air in place. When you look at the satellite picture, when you don't see any clouds, what you see is generally dry air and stability. Now, when you look up here and you see the rain in the clouds, that's instability and wet air. So we've got a lot of nice, dry, stable air in place, and that's going to bring us a nice sunny sky with light winds for our nice Monday today. We will be sunny and we'll be kind of hot. Some areas inland, west of 95 and the Turnpike, probably close to 90. Wellington, Royal Palm, and west out Indiantown, west of Port St. Lucie West, west of Vero, Fort Pierce, down by the lake, near 90. Well, now, do we have any weather makers coming our way besides what we have? We do a little bit later in the week. But first off, light winds today, mainly sunny skies, high near normal. Normal is 87. Tomorrow, once again, light winds, sunny skies, highs near normal, 87. And again on Wednesday, there's no major weather makers coming our way. No big wind or rain maker for the next 4 days. There's Thursday, and we're still nice, near normal, about 87. Now, Friday, we have a little front approaching. It won't get to us, but it will lighten the winds up, turn the wind more to the west. That may let us get close to 90 most everywhere, 1 or 2 little showers. And then Saturday, that front may get to around Gainesville and stop, but it will give us more west winds, which means highs near 90 and just a few showers on Friday and Saturday afternoon. Great day at the water. Always stay near the lifeguard. Rip currents are likely. The water's always moving. You get much above your knees or your waist and you get knocked down. You don't want to get in trouble, so stay near the lifeguards. Use good sunscreen, 2 to 3 foot seas today and tomorrow. As we head into Thursday and Friday, not much change in winds and seas through the week ahead. It's a really nice weather pattern. All right, for today is Memorial Day 2019, a high about 87, a little hotter inland. Tomorrow 87, Wednesday, Thursday 88 and 89, and then by Friday, Saturday and Sunday, we may actually get a couple of clouds and showers. And after all these 80s and 90s, we could probably use a little shower by the weekend. All right, have a great Memorial Day. I'm back with an update in a minute.
Thank you, Chris. It's looking great out there. Take a look at this. A massive rock slide shut down a highway in Colorado Friday after 2 giant boulders, one the size of a building, blocked both sides of the road. You just looked at it yesterday. Crews were able to blast the massive rock, which was estimated to weigh about 2.5 million pounds. Right now, they're working to haul away all of the debris. And we're less than 10 minutes out from CBS This Morning. A live look from Studio 57. Here's what they're working on.
Coming up, we're in Tokyo, where President Trump's comments on North Korea's latest missile test put him at odds with Prime Minister Abe and his own advisors. Plus, the new push to help families of fallen service members get the benefits they say they deserve. Coming up on CBS This Morning.
Welcome back to CBS 12 News. This morning, 6:55 is the time, and what a beautiful Memorial Day 2019 start. Would you look at that? Perfect. From Sebastian all the way south through Stewart into Lake Worth. Let's take a look at that beach and how perfect that sky is. Our sun is up right now, and sun won't go down to about 8:07 and nothing but mostly sunny by noontime 86. Now, 3 o'clock this afternoon is our national moment of silence. Everybody take a moment at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Remember all those who gave all on this Memorial Day 2019.
Thank you, Chris. It's looking good out there.
Sure
We're going
is.
to have another local update for you in just about a half hour. For breaking news, weather, and traffic 24/7, you can always go to our Facebook, our Twitter pages, as well as our website, cbs12.com.
Lots of options. And right now, we do want to send a very sincere thank you to the brave servicemen and women who made the ultimate sacrifice to protect our freedom. We also want to thank their families.
We are thinking about you today and every day. Have a safe and healthy Memorial Day. Ashley Glass and Matt Lincoln will be back tomorrow, as well as Sam Kerrigan for CBS 12 News This Morning.